Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Tuesday, August 12th, a little after 5:30, and this is our daily recap video for the weekly paying Roundhill funds. The first three are 0DTEs on the indexes, QDTE for the NASDAQ 100, XDTE for the S&P 500, RDTE for the Russell 2000, and then we also cover YBTC, which is the same strategy but Bitcoin covered call strategy. Quick reminder, I'm on X at ETF_Inspector1, especially for this series of videos. I let you know the daily trades made under those 0DTE funds, and then we go through and see how they performed once the market closes. If you missed the earlier videos, I am on vacation, so I'm trying to get through these videos a little faster, so I might not hit on every little detail that I normally would, but forgive me. We're in between. We're at the beach all day and then getting ready to go out to dinner and taking the kids putt-putt golfing. So that's not the tab I was trying to open up. Let's get into it. All right, we'll look at the market first. We've got our index followed by the fund. So lots of green with the exception of YBTC. Today, though, it's going to look like the indexes outperformed the funds in every way, shape, or form, and that's going to be because they went up well beyond strike prices that were sold, and that would mean the fund was capped, trying to keep up with it. And as far as YBTC, they had already started with their calls in the money when the day started, so any upward movement was just going to result in more cost to close out those options. We'll start off with QDTE. They sold calls this morning on the NDX, NASDAQ 100 index. 23,740 was the call strike price, 367 calls, collecting over $30 a share premium, bringing in $1.1 million, but the NDX just never stopped. So it was up to 23,829.20. 23,829.20. 839.20. Sorry. So just about $100 too high. That hurts a whole lot. Paying $99.20 to close those out. 3.6 million resulted in an overall loss of $2.5 million on the trading day, and bringing our trading week into the negative after yesterday's $985,000 profit. So now tomorrow when we look, so our holdings, obviously nothing has changed on our holdings, and the holdings download comes out in the morning before the market, so all this information on this page is from before the market opened. So all these values will increase, roughly 1.3%, maybe a little more because they are options, but they are deep in the money options long term. So our overall value will climb tomorrow. We'll be up above that 860 mark on the 860 million assets under management. There was an increase in outstanding shares from between Monday and Tuesday. So basically from trading on Monday that we found out about on Tuesday, 260,000 more shares, bringing us up to 24,290,000. As we said, so these Excel's formula, these are automated things. This isn't me typing in the numbers, so a lot of these funds don't update by the time I make the video, but we did see QDTE ended up being up just about 1%, 0.99. We're showing 1% on here. Tomorrow is declaration day, 1 day left, so we'll find out tomorrow. And actually, I've found out, I forget who let me know, so I'm sorry, I don't mean to not give credit where it's due. One of my subscribers let me know that roughly 8 o'clock at night, the night before, Roundhill puts the information on their website. So I did, like I showed you, YBTC's distribution a little early, and I'm only going to show a quick glance because we haven't gotten there yet to talk about it. So we'll see if I was close with that 24-cent guess on QDTE, but they got tore up as far as their call today. Next up, XDTE. You're going to see a similar theme throughout all of them because you just see a steady increase on the day for each of the indexes. They sold calls at 64.25. SPX ended at 64.45.76, an extra $20.76 above what they sold them for. They collected 708 on 651 contracts in the first place, or 460,000, but then had to spend 2076 to close it out, or 1.3 million, resulting in a net loss of 890,000, and again taking the trading income to a negative for the week. XDTE, like the other two, declares tomorrow, so we'll find out if my 25.5-cent guess is close. And either way, we're just going to find out what we're getting. I say we on these because I'm invested in all of the things that I'm covering. I have shares in all of them. They're all on drip, so set it and forget it kind of thing for me, except for I don't forget it because I talk about it every day. Again, XDTE wasn't able to keep up with the underlying, but that's got a lot to do with selling a covered call that the strike price gets run past. There was also an increase in outstanding shares on this fund yesterday, up 170,000 shares, bringing us up to almost 9.5 million. There's 415 million assets under management. That will be higher tomorrow after the value of all these deep in the money calls increases with today's increase. And that's about it on that. Finally, RDTE. Start with the trades. Sold calls, 642 of them, collecting 459 for a call strike price of 22.50. The Russell 2000 went to 2282. I'm sitting here doing math in my head at the same time as talking. 2282.78, which is 32.78 beyond the strike price. So initially collecting 294, but then having to pay out 2.1 million, resulted in an overall loss of 1.8 million. That hurts a lot because we only collected 108,000 on Monday, so we are deep in the negative on our trading income for RDTE as well. Once again, values of these calls will go up after the nice increase in the Russell today. Our net assets will go up as well. Currently, when the day started, 140 million. No changes in shares, so 4.25 million outstanding shares. Tomorrow will be declaration day, and we will find out if. So I actually call it lowballed it, right? They earned 31.7 cents, but I think with the previous weeks, them paying out more than they earned, I think it's going to come down a little bit more in the 29.5-cent range, but we'll find out. All right, and last but not least, YBTC. This one we don't get to know we don't get to download the trades, the daily trades, so we can only tell based off of looking at the holdings. And what we've found is so far they don't seem to close out the holdings if they go in the money. So we'll be learning more as we go. So these 0DTE funds, they sell them and then they cash settle at the end of the day. They do not buy to close throughout the day. Now, so far, what I've seen with YBTC, this only being the second week, is they sell it and on Friday they roll it. So we will see as we download the holdings throughout the week if we get a change in these strikes. But if not, it looks like they're going to let them go till the end of the week. Both calls started the day in the money and went even further in the money. Both the CBTX and IBIT were up today. So if the calls were already in the money when we started and then they went up even more, that's making life rough as far as that goes. Both of our synthetics have gone positive. I told you yesterday in the video that was going to happen. So CBTX is worth 3.2 million, IBIT's worth 2.5, and when I say that, that's these purple here. So we have sold 686 puts at 27.83.43 and purchased 686 calls at 27.83.43 on CBTX, and then similarly on IBIT at the 66 strike price. So that is, instead of owning the shares, that creates a synthetic position that will move up and down in value with the increases and decreases. It allows them to not get hit by the concentration rules of having too much money within one underlying. And so these numbers will both increase again tomorrow, since both went up. There's 275 million in assets under management, 5.7 million outstanding shares. And I was way off on my guesstimate, right? They've been paying right in that range, 50 cents a week. And with no trading information, I had no income information, so I just went with the range that they've been paying recently. And then they came out and announced this morning 34.2476 cents. So a pretty good decrease from the previous weeks. And like I said, I actually put that info out last night. If you see, 18 hours ago, hey, declaration day's tomorrow, but here's the distribution, 34.2456. So it was legit, 34.2456. So we got a way of finding out the distribution a day early. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.